Almost everyone has seen or experienced colorism without even knowing so. Colorism has affected many, not only African Americans, however, many around the world. Colorism has been around since slavery and still plays the same role today. So I'm going to borrow a few moments of your time to inform you on what colorism is and how it has affected the world since slavery. Me being a young black woman in America, I have had many experiences with colorism. I feel as if no one should ever be mistreated, judged, or treated differently because of their race, color, nor nationality. No one should be made to feel that they're less or unimportant because of the color of their skin. As a nation, we should embrace one another because we are different, diverse, and open to exploring and learning about others that are different from ourselves. Being knowledgeable about others expands our abilities to understand things that we would not normally open our minds to. Also, understanding things that are unknown provides a greater advantage to never express any negativity towards others, unlike myself. Colorism has affected the world in many ways. Discrimination in the job market is one way. Colorism is not racism, but it is definitely a clear relationship. An example of racism would be not hiring someone because they are black. However, an example of colorism would be not hiring someone because they're too dark or their skin complexion is too light. According to an article done by Joseph A. Sacomano, he states that complaints of colorism can go both ways. However, it is most likely targeted towards darker skin complexions. Most people prefer light-skinned women rather than dark skin tones. They often say that dark skin tones are less attractive to the human eye. Colorism has also caused others to be bullied for how dark their skin color is. Being bullied for your skin tone is another way that it affects the world today. Naya Kim Gatwich stated in an interview that when she was younger, she wanted to bleach her skin. People would bully her so bad that every night she would go home and cry herself to sleep. Her sister told her that she did not want her to bleach her skin because her sister did bleach her skin and she hated the way that she looked and she regretted that she did it. Carrie Rogers is a young girl who opened a business named Flexin' in My Complexion. She opened the business because she was bullied on how dark her skin color was. She tweeted that I went from being bullied for my skin complexion to owning and modeling at Nike. Ain't it a blessing? She said that the phrase came from her grandmother telling her to flex her complexion. It soon became their famous family saying. Rogers started her clothing line hoping that it would empower others that struggle with the same thing she struggles with. Getting called unwanted, ugly, too dark, or too black are no names that people would like to be called. Colorism did not stop at slavery. Aside from being bullied, colorism still affects people's lives today. Many celebrities have bleached their skin and gotten enlightened. As we know, the famous Beyonce knows. She didn't so much bleach her skin, however, she did get it brightened, along with Nicki Minaj and Lil' Kim. The point I'm trying to make is people don't want to appear dark, however, they prefer being a lot lighter, assuming that the darker skin complexion is less attractive. Think of a celebrity. Who is the first celebrity that comes to mind? You most likely answer the celebrity of a light complexion or a lighter complexion. Why do I say this? Because the light face is the most common face that we see in America, and most likely other places as well. Being of a darker tone is not very common in Hollywood. Black Panther is a movie that we all know of that has a darker skin tone cast. One of the very few movies that do include it. With this being said, a lot of people do not prefer darker people. They prefer lighter skin tones. And this is an example that is being set for our younger children in today's television. Colorism is often portrayed today in music as well. Kodak Black has stated in an interview that he prefers light-skinned women rather than dark-skinned women. He states that dark-skinned women are too gutter, and light-skinned women are more sensitive. By saying this, Kodak has explained our problem with colorism as a whole. It is like we say something, then try to defend it by saying, I like black girls, but not black girls. Make it make sense. We need to focus on loving each other, not by the way of our looks, but our personalities and the beauty of us inside. There's no such thing as too dark. If you notice in many music videos, what color women do you see? Light women, right? Yes, of course, because black is unattractive. Colorism isn't portrayed only in music and television. It is also portrayed on social media. I'm sure we all have seen the memes dark skin versus light skin, who winning? If you haven't seen the meme, it is a picture of a light skin and a dark skin, asking people which look better. And people would share them and post their opinion, not knowing that everyone sharing the post was a colorist. You might think it isn't this serious, but people actually are hurt because they feel as if they're not enough, like they're not meant to be who they are. Along with the memes, you can't even post a picture being too dark skinned. Individuals who post pictures often get hate comments about being ugly or being too dark or too light, making them feel less beautiful, causing them to remove the photo or maybe even cry themselves to sleep. In conclusion, I would like to thank you for giving me the chance to discuss colorism. We talked about what colorism is and how it has affected the world and the African American community. We discussed how it has changed people's lives and made them successful. How colorism has affected the world, not only in the United States, and its impact on social media and celebrities is also what we discussed today. So in the next time you will run into a situation where someone is being colorist towards another, you are able to recognize it on how and tell them how the individual may feel. We should empower each other and bring each other up, embrace our culture and melanin. Thank you.